Hello Aries, welcome to Karma on Deck. I'm Karma, about to do your weekly reading for the Aries sign. Let's take a look and see what's going on with y'all's energy. Quick shuffle in case I forget in a little bit. How are you? How's Mercury treating you? What's up with y'all? Let's take a look and see what's going on for Aries for the week of February 25th through March 1st. Already March, 2 months in. I feel like this year has gone quick as shit. All right, let's take a look and see what's going on for Aries. It's a good shuffle because I was always fascinated at how you guys tend to flow progressively throughout the zodiac and how each series of readings tend to play off the one before and then into the one next. Hermit card, isolation. The Lover's card, internal struggle. Four of Swords, which is tension. Eight of Wands, worry, and travel. So here's the thing. Hey there, Laura, what's going on? So I have the Hermit card, and the Hermit is always about isolation. Two things that the Hermit tells us. One, it's time for you to start taking your own counsel and listening to your internal voice. This dog has to lay with his feet wrapped around my ankle and his chin on my foot, snoring. So if you can hear Jameson, he says hello. The Hermit card, isolation, keeping your own counsel, keeping things close to the chest. The Lover's card is sitting right there, and the Lover's card is all about, internal struggle, passive aggressive control. Definitely about the on again, off again. He just kicked my computer. Awesome. So it's the whole on again, off again internal struggle, things having to do with, balancing the divine masculine and divine feminine, paying attention to who's in more power, whether one is or isn't in more power. And it's also a little bit about tension because we have the Four of Swords here. So you're putting a lot on your plate and your expectations. You're shooting yourself. We were just having this conversation at lunch and what your expectations are, whether they come from social norms, what your internal operating processing is like, your internal representation system, and whether it has to do with your belief system, limiting beliefs, etc. But you've got some tension going on right now. Four of Swords, and feeling as if there is a deadline to everything. You have the Eight of Wands, things moving too quickly, almost as if you can't keep up. The Chariot card indicates that some of you Aries may be traveling or expecting to. And right now, let's move forward and see what's going on. You got a lot of major cards right here. Seven of Wands, that's your batting cage. Five of Wands, feeling a little bit defensive. Do you have yourself backed into a corner because of the choices that you've been making, to the point where, just like Pisces, Aquarius, you've got the Queen of Swords, there's definitely some things you've been wanting to walk away from. And this all boils down to you saying enough is enough, because you have the Three of Swords right here. Sorry, Five of Swords and the Five of Wands. Five of Wands backed into a corner, Five of Swords coming back out of it with your guns blazing. This is it. Aries is not playing anymore. So Aries having this whole mentality of enough is enough. You're definitely coming from, you're playing your cards in such a way that you're making sure that people understand what your boundaries are earlier. You're letting them know often. You're making sure that you're very clear on what lines you're drawing in the sand. So the Two of Cups is telling me that because you're doing this, it's bringing you a lot of internal balance. You're definitely feeling as if things are a little more in alignment with what you want because you're speaking up. There is a card here that has to do with education and teaching. You're definitely paying attention to how things are playing out spiritually for you, and not just looking at them in a 3D sense. You're looking at whether this is a good thing ethically, spiritually, whether it lines up with your integrity, and whether it's definitely something that you want to continue with. You do have the Justice card, so you're going to find yourself to be a little bit in judgment right now. This isn't judgmental. This is having good judgment. This is, being judgmental is being an asshole. Like, Aries isn't being an asshole right now. Aries is just saying the truth hurts and it is what it is. Jameson, shut the fuck up. Hey, you can be in here, but you can't snore like a grown-ass man. People are watching. Can you chill with that, please? Fat old man. I apologize. I couldn't take it no more. But anyways, we do have the Hierophant. So what that tells me is Aries is all about taking that bigger lesson, making sure that we aren't repeating them, making sure you know, that you're getting the education out of it, and that you're taking the harder lesson and not having to repeat it. You're saying to yourself, this is, you want the fullness, you want the sun card, you want balance, you want things to be joyful and playful and fun, and you know that the only way you can get it that way is if you set your boundaries, if you're clear on what it is that you say you want. I'm also seeing, you know, the Seven of Wands. Like I said, that's the batting cage. Things are going to move really quickly. You have the Seven of Wands and the Five of Wands. Eight of Wands, my bad. But so Seven of Wands is juggling a bunch of things. The Eight of Wands is things moving quickly. One having to do with the aspect of physically doing something, and then the other one feeling like a sense of time. So as we're looking at this, let's stop for a minute and take a look at your moon reading for Aries moon. This is what I call the moon reading. This is your emotions and how you're interacting with your relationships. So let's take a look and see. Am I right there? Laura's saying absolutely. Hey Laura. I am going to hang up on this one and come back up and do some Q&A lives for you if you want to step in a few minutes and do a live with Karma. We're going to be right back. So I'm going to do the rest of this reading and hang out with you guys for a little while. Haven't had an opportunity to do that in months. I'm trying to get on here every day so that we can play together for a while. So let's take a look and see what's going on for Aries emotions. If you want a one-on-one with me, I do have some openings this evening, karmaondeck.com. You can find me on My Psychic One as well. I do have a couple slots open this evening. It'd be smart to get in tonight. Ace of Wands. Damn, Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to shuffle these again because Wheel of Fortune came up in the exact same spot for Aquarius, and I know I'm shuffling. However, it's okay if you have the same energy. Astrologically, we got a lot of shit going on. Today is Tuesday. That restless feeling. I don't know about you, but I can't sit still. The last couple days, I literally had to take myself out of the room early so I could get some rest. However, restlessness is the name of the game lately. Okay, here we go. Aries, King of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, fulfillment, family. So Aries is all about family right now, celebration. You wanting things to get easier. That's where your refuge is. If you're going to family or even just going home, you're definitely feeling as if the world isn't a place that's kind to you right now. And so you're just going into isolation right here. It's all about wanting things to be easier. You as well are walking away from some situations and making sure your alignments and your commitments are exactly where that you want them to be. The Magician, you're finally playing this game of being a little more charming towards your loved ones, being a little kinder. I do see that you've come out of a rough spot in the last little bit because we have the Devil card and the Four of Pentacles. That's all about betrayal and dishonesty. And so whatever is in the past there, you've definitely walked away from it all and are wanting to make things a little brighter in your future. You have the Six of Swords here, so that's saying that you wanted things to be a little smoother and that you're coming out of the rapids, so to speak, into a smoother cruising kind of cruising kind of surface. It's not quite as chaotic as it had once been. You're definitely reevaluating your commitments and standing to them. We have the Ace of Pentacles, so things are definitely getting better for you. But family is definitely where Aries has their mindset right now, or maybe it even just like comfort food. So if you find yourself wanting to bake, paint, like I've been baking and painting, but that's just karma in the kitchen, right? However, I do see the Six of Cups, Six of Cups. Let me speak what I mean. Six of Cups, which is going back to family, good friends, staying home if you have to. Be careful that you don't go back and forth with your decision making because uncertainty brings uncertain results. So as you have the Two of Wands and the Two of Pentacles, you're definitely playing with, I'm not sure which path I want to go on. This one's juggling two things and this is trying to decide between two ships. So emotionally, some of you are out there looking, you have the Four of Pentacles, so that's telling me that some of you are out there trying to decide which relationship you want to invest your time in. You're definitely looking at the outcome and you want to see if there's which benefit is best for you. So remember my favorite coaching quote, which is if it's not a resounding yes, it's a hell no. So if you don't find yourself being super excited about your relationships and you're finding yourself being indecisive, make sure you check with yourself. Like, what does that internal voice sound like? And how is your spirit speaking to a certain thing? If you're going into something with resistance, remember you're going to be holding back completely. It's not just about a little bit. You're going to be throwing up those roadblocks and you're going to be shooting yourself into a relationship you shouldn't be in to begin with. But I'm seeing the Two of Pentacles, Two of Wands. That's juggling two things. Are you juggling two things or are you just indecisive? That's something for Aries to take a look at. Now, there was a period in time where Aries was kind of like Aquarius was, and that was walking away from something that wasn't working for you. However, right now you know that you get exactly what you put into things, and you do have a little balance within these relationships. The Ace of Cups and the Magician card is here. I wouldn't be too hard on yourself right now, Aries, because you do have the kind of commitment you're looking for, and you're definitely outward projecting. Even though you've been in isolation, it probably was the best thing you could have done, is just take some time for yourself and reestablish where your foundation is and who you are and what you want, listening to that voice. Let's pull a card for you from my Divination of the Ancients Oracle deck. How's that background music sound? I had somebody mowing a lawn, so I hope it's not annoying, too loud, too low, whatever. All right, so this is Aries, Divination of the Ancients. I loved this deck when I got it and didn't resonate with it very well until I started to actually put it into play. I had somebody bitch at me on the other channel talking about, I would appreciate if you learned your shit instead of just reading to me. When you're done reading, come back. And I was like, oh, I got told. So let's take a look and see what your card is for this week. Hydromancy, illusion. I find that's interesting because this card here, hydromancy, is... So hydromancy is looking in a reflection, kind of like my crystal ball, okay? It's kind of like looking into a reflection and doing a little bit of seeing if that reflection actually mirrors what it's supposed to, right? So it says illusion. Let's take a look and see what the illusion is. It says, you may receive an offer that sounds too good to be true. See, you're just taking that time as what's the word I'm looking for? As the hermit, and taking time to hear what your own voice wants before you're listening to other people. It says, remember that appearances can be deceptive, and that's what Aries is all about watching right now. Don't be fooled by enticing words and promises, as they could lure you into false hope. Your dreams will be realized, but not through this particular channel. So it's telling you to make sure that you're clear on what it is you're looking for. Instead, call upon your spiritual sight, your clairvoyance, to enable you to see the full picture. When you shine light into the situation, areas of darkness will be revealed. So it's actually perfect for you to be watching and waiting. Do not be scared, but be relieved, for you've been saved from drowning in dangerously dark and murky waters. Tread water for a while. See, chill out. And soon enough, your wishes will be answered. The incantation says, I look beyond the shallow end. Are they foe or perhaps a friend? With eyes now sharp, I see the light. No longer fooled, I know what's right. So take a look, guys. You're doing everything exactly as you should be. I love the Aries reading so far this week. It's been my favorite. Keep up the good work. If you want a one-on-one, come find me, karmaondeck.com. And like, subscribe, share, and stick around. I will see you guys later. Thank you for your company.